Hello, my beautiful people. How are you doing? This is a video about the spirits of the street. Now, before initiating the video, I want to tell you guys, remember English is not my first language. So you're going to see me struggle with a couple of words and everything. Just be patient and keep watching the video, okay? All right. So who are the spirits of the street? We're going to cover that. We're going to cover why would you like to invoke them? Well, more than invoking them, why would you like to incarcerate them in a bottle and then use it for later on your black magic rituals, and for what can they do? Okay, how to protect yourself when doing this, and that's basically what we're gonna talk about. Okay, and how can you do it? Are the spirits of the street. As the name says, they are spirits that you do not want to have on your home. There are spirits that you want to have on your streets, not on your home. Because if they're in your home, they will ruin your home, okay? Spirits of the streets are a various amount of spirits. They belong to the streets. That's just a general term. But if we want to go more specific, the spirits of the streets are spirits of violence, spirits of anger, spirits of viciousness, the spirits that like alcohol, the spirits that like drugs, that are drug addicts, the spirits of those who, when they were alive, they never rested, the spirits of the lost souls, the spirits that when they were alive they were criminals and they used to steal in the streets, spirits that were never blessed or helped in their lives and they suffered, spirits of poverty, spirits of danger, and spirits of ruin. Okay, those are those spirits. Spirits that that do not have a dad, or spirits that did not have a mom and they lived their lives on streets. Okay, they are very chaotic, unpredictable, and dangerous. Who takes care of these spirits? Who decides what these spirits do? When do they do it? If they are allowed on the streets or no? The master of the crossroads. In this case, the master of the crossroads that I always invoke is Metkafu. If you do not practice voodoo, then you can invoke Satan, because Satan is synchronized. Metcalf is synchronized with Satan, and Satan is the same energy. Okay. All right. How do you basically gather these spirits? You know, when you're walking on the street and you see a shattered glass with a lot of little glasses on the sidewalk spread all over the floor, that is where those spirits can be caught. Okay, that's where they can be caught. If you live near your home and there are glasses shattered on the sidewalk, go for your broom, go for something to pick up dust, and go for a jar and then pick up that glass with the dust. That is the best way of doing it. And when you're picking it up, ask Metcafu to charge that energy with the spirits of the streets so that you can later use it for black magic purposes. Okay? So that you can later use it for these purposes. All right? That's the way you collect those glasses. Another way you can do it is if you find a bottle of glass on the street that has not been shattered, you take it home and you shatter it yourself at midnight. Has to be at midnight. And with a black candle, you velas that glass, that shattered glass, which means you light up a candle, a black candle, a little, and let it burn completely, asking Metcafu to bring the spirits of the streets to that specific shattered glass, that energy, and keep it on a jar. All right, a specific type of jar that I'm going to mention in a bit. Another way is basically having yourself a bottle of liquor that you used only to and as an offering of the spirits, to serve the spirits, and it's already empty. As you know, have to be hot spirits, because only hot spirits like liquor. You're gonna use that bottle yourself, you're gonna shatter it, and then you're gonna use it for those purposes with the black candle at 12 in the midnight. Okay, it has to be a bottle of liquor that you use for the spirits. Cannot be a bottle of liquor that you used for yourself to drink, or even less, a bottle of liquor that someone gave to you as a present or as a gift. Okay, and then how do you keep that energy in place, in so that you're able to add that jar of shattered glass to your witch closet, where you have all your supplies, witchy supplies, without it consuming the energy of your house. You have to have a connection either with a spirit of the underworld who is in charge of the crossroads, like Satan or Metkafu, and you have to ask it with a lot of faith to keep those spirits in the jar. Okay, they have to stay in the jar. There's no way you can have those spirits at your house wandering around. They will fuck you up. Okay, so have to be in the jar. Now, once you have them in the jar, and once it has been light up, the black candle, and consumed, you are gonna wrap that jar where you have the shattered glass inside. You're gonna wrap that jar with a black cloth, a black cloth only, and then you're gonna close it with a black ribbon and do 7 knots, each for each manifestation of Metkafu, which is 7 manifestations. Okay, 7 knots, asking Metkafu to protect you from those spirits and your house from those spirits, so that you can use that for black magic purposes after. Okay, each knot will represent a door that the spirits have to pass through to be able to even get to you or your home. And the door is always, each of those 7 doors will be protected by Metkafu, because it's his doors. So, all right, why would you even do this? Why would you even get spirits in a jar and then used for your purposes? Okay, if you practice black magic rituals and black magic and do black magic to people, you know black magic is mainly used for harming and not judgment. Okay, if you use it for harming, you have your reasons. Okay, just know what you're doing, because know that everything has consequences. But these glasses can, when added to a black magic ritual, they can take a person's life apart. They can be served for separations, when you want to separate a couple, or you want to fuck up a person's relationship with another person. They can serve so that a person loses his opportunities in life. They can be used for mental chaos, to create mental chaos on a person. They can be used to cause psychiatric illnesses. They can be used to make a person lose their job. They can be used for spiritual blockages, and can be used to make a person sick or make them isolate themselves from everyone. So as you can see, you can use it for pretty fucked up shit. So when using it, just be careful. If you do not tend to do black magic rituals, if that's just not something you do usually, then just take this information, but don't take it to practice unless you do it constantly. That way you don't have that jar of broken glass on your shelf all the time till God knows when are you gonna use it. Do not do it. and especially if you do not pray to a spirit of the crossroads that can protect that energy from getting to you, do not do it. Do not do it. Simply just don't do it. Don't gather these materials for black magic purposes if you don't know how to do it, period. I hope you like this video. And that's just a couple of information you can use. Take it or leave it. God bless you. I hope wherever you are moving forward in life. And if you are not, then remember you have that power. God gave us magic for a reason. So stop crying and move on.